The Journey That Doubled Our Home, a documentary of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The Lewis and Clark expedition was an event that is still recognized to this day as one of the most significant of all the explorations into the western lands. Directed by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, this trip was to explore the trans-Mississippi West and to engage with its native population. It helped citizens of the United States know what was westward to their land. It took place in the Louisiana Territory, which was land between the Mississippi River and the Rocky Mountains. The expedition took place from 1804 to 1806. The Lewis and Clark expedition broke an environmental barrier by charting the route from Mississippi out to the Pacific Ocean. This expedition paved the way for future movement west by settlers who were leaving the states on the East Coast. Thomas Jefferson, after being elected, realized that the United States needed more farming land. To find this land, Jefferson looked west. Although the Mississippi River formed the western boundary of the United States, Jefferson wanted to explore the region beyond, fearing that if the U.S. did not expand west, Britain or other countries might get to those areas first. People of the time had crazy ideas of what was in these lands. Jefferson, one of the leading intellectuals of the time, firmly believed that in the American interior there would be woolly mammoths, sloths, and active volcanoes in the Badlands of upper Missouri. There wasn't much significance in the Louisiana Territory, so this didn't get much attention at first. Some unique social standards at the time of the expedition were middle-class workers gaining more money than the high-class workers during the Industrial Revolution. Both Lewis and Clark were part of the military, which would have been part of any class. Jefferson, after completing the Louisiana Purchase, believed that he overused his power as president, which caused some controversy within his party, which believed that the government shouldn't overuse their powers like that. Economically, the purchase was a great idea since more people could have land to make money off of. An environmental problem was that as more people came to America, there wouldn't be enough land for new people to farm on, which in turn led to the Louisiana Purchase. No one technically initiated the barrier, since the land existed way before the colonists came in, but Jefferson making the purchase brought the problem up to the colonists. Issues that were addressed by the barrier were citizens running out of land to farm on, and the economy was getting lower. Jefferson believed that once he purchased Louisiana and completed the expedition, more people would be able to farm and the economy would rise. The barrier was first brought up during the Louisiana Purchase and ended at the end of the expedition, which was 1806. Jefferson sent an ambassador to France to make this deal. Jefferson wanted to expand the United States and discover new lands through this expedition. He also wanted to buy this land to strengthen his ties with France, since the $10 million helped Napoleon with the war against England. A key social action that occurs to break the barrier is communicating with the natives to move them out of their land. They were given help by Sacagawea, the Indian wife of an interpreter named Toussaint Charbonneau, who showed them how to navigate through the lands and acted as a translator for the explorers. A key political action that occurs to break the barrier is Jefferson making the decision to start the expedition and to pay for the Louisiana Purchase. His decision to pay for the Louisiana Purchase was how we doubled the size of the United States. His decision to also start the expedition is how we discovered all the new land that we received. A key economic action that occurs to break the barrier is to pay for the expedition and the Louisiana Purchase. The Louisiana Purchase was approved by Congress and costed $10 million, closely followed by an approval of $25,000 to fund a Corps of Exploration, which was the group that traveled with Lewis and Clark. Significant changes that occurred after the expedition were that the findings of this expedition encouraged the rapid settlement of the Louisiana Territory by farmers and trappers. Lewis and Clark's positive and negative contacts with the Native American tribes also started conflicts. Key factors that changed were the citizens' ideas of the West. At first, some people thought there would be giant monsters in the West or other creatures, while others thought that traveling west would be a quick and easy trip. Both ideas were proven wrong in the end. Positive effects from the change were new land to travel to, more farming being available, more information on what lies in the West, and this expansion of land helped the United States become, as it is today, the most powerful country in the world. On the other hand, negative effects that arose were conflicts with the natives, and the price of the Louisiana Purchase took a lot of money from the United States. The world is different today because this information brought more knowledge to everyone, since the expedition also brought scientific information out to the public. In conclusion, the Lewis and Clark expedition was an expedition that doubled the size of the United States and proved multiple ideas ranging from scientific to social. Without it, we might not even have half of our country today. This expedition broke down the figurative barrier of lack of knowledge, fear, and mystery. It proved to the country that things aren't always what they seem to be.